There we go. I give you guys a few minutes to come on in. It's Tuesday. This is a good day, y'all. This is a good day. Thanks for tuning in to Callie's Homesteading with Pooh Bear. I'm the girl Pooh Bear. Today is Tuesday. What are we? April the 12th. And yeah, it's a good day. I just want to chop it up with you guys for a little bit. If you like our conversation, like our channel, click like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so that you'll know when we are going live or dropping a video, which we try to do. I try to do something daily, but y'all saw the thumbnail. I want to know what y'all think about it because, in South Central Los Angeles, who's that? Hey, bro, yeah, I just sent you another message on the same video because I just watched the interview that you guys did out there. And so if you saw the thumbnail, I just want to know what y'all's take is on the thumbnail because South Central Los Angeles it's like a chef salad slash melting pot slash time machine. Like, hey, hi, my Renaissance grandma. So it's just like, if you go on TikTok or even if you are if you're on YouTube, a lot of times you will see the dancers and they're always, dancing downtown or Hollywood. And you'll see people walking around in Batman costumes and trying to be Victoria's Secrets and stuff like that, like legit walking down the street just like that. Like, it's okay. So if you saw the thumbnail, it wasn't March the 17th because I'm like, purple leprechaun. You guys couldn't see his face. I couldn't get the face. But if y'all really saw the thumbnail, dude is in, I guess, a limousine Cadillac bike or something. Thank you. Let me buy. But he had on a pimp purple suit with the hat. And he had the fingernail. And I don't really know. I don't know. I'm not here to judge anybody. All I'm going to say is I was not expecting it. Yeah. So I'm like, his hair, he's got the perm with well, he probably doesn't have a perm because he looked to be Hispanic or something, but he had the big feathered look and everything, and I was just like, you got on a purple suit, as hot as it is, you got on a purple suit with glittery gold dust all over your face, riding that Cadillac, that limousine. And I'm just wondering, like, at what point do we grow up? And the reason that I said that actually was on Sunday. That wasn't today. But another thing that bothered me, and I may put the video out, I'm not sure. I gotta pray about it. But how do I say this? We are men and women. That's how I say it. We are men and women. And we want people to take us seriously, right? But then we do things that don't give us, we don't qualify for being taken serious a lot of the time. For example, and this is what really just irritated me that made me want to just come live. I was sitting at 7-Eleven, and there's this guy. Now, I'm a big girl. I'm a big girl. Love my little bigness. Got to work on a little bit, but I don't ever want to be skinny. I want to be thick, but I'm a big girl. So, as a big person, you know that how you carry yourself has a lot to do with, how you are respected. Not only how it helps your health, but it helps you feel good about yourself. Now, I think that it is, and this is me, this is Pooh Bear thinking. I think that it is disrespectful for grown men to walk around sagging, especially when you are a person with melanin in your skin, with a lot of melanin skin. So when I see my brothers walking around and we get to see your underwear, but it's not attractive. I must tell you, it's not attractive. I don't care if they are clean. It's not attractive, just so you know. But to be like almost 400 pounds and they're not sagging, this is your butt. This is the end of your butt. Why are they cupped under? And you're walking like a penguin, holding them on the side instead of just pulling them up. I don't understand it. I think that we get upset as Black people, as people of color. I'm not going to just say Black people. I'm going to say as people of color. We get upset when we don't have a seat at the table. We get upset when people don't look at us and see us for what we're worth in our minds. But let me ask you this question. If you're walking around and people can see through your clothes, can see your G-string, can see your panty line, can see your panty liner, I mean, just come on. There's no discretion. And I really don't understand. Okay, yeah, I really don't understand what happened to discretion. I really don't understand what happened to integrity. There was a time in my lifetime, and I'm 36. He's going to keep calling me. There was a time in my lifetime where you couldn't walk around with your bra strap showing, and you couldn't walk around with your butt out. You would get in trouble. The people around you would get you. Not even necessarily your parents, but your family would get you. And I'm just like, y'all, please hold on for a second. I'm so sorry. Sorry, you guys. Picking up the hubby. But my daughter and I, we get into conflict sometimes because she's thick, and she be wanting to show her midriff. And I'm like, no, now she's 21 years old. And I'm still like, no, try again. She wants to wear things that are short. And I have to groom her. Let me see it. Okay, no, we're not buying that because she got a big butt. She's short with a big butt. And I'm not letting her walk out there, looking any old kind of way. I'm teaching my daughter to be a woman of integrity. And I can remember my uncle took me to the store. We went to Kohl's one time. And he was like, okay, Pooh Bear, you can get whatever you want in excess of $700. And I was like, okay. And so we were walking around, and this is like Christmas shopping for my kids he was doing. So we were walking around. Hello, sir.
All right.
Earl, everybody Earl's here. So we were shopping around in Kohl's, and I would look at stuff and I'd be like, oh no, that's too long. I mean, that's too short. Oh no, that's too sheer. Oh no, that, I don't like the way that's cut or whatever. And he was like, you are the first mom that I've seen shopping that actually cares. Like, my daughters are not walking around in Daisy Dukes. No, no, they can wear some shorts that come at least halfway down their thigh. But I got black daughters with black booties that everybody say hi to you.
Hi.
Let me get a minute. He just got off work. But I'm sitting here like I'm teaching my daughters to dress with integrity. It's carbon. I know it's nasty. They didn't give me the soda. They just gave me carbon. I know. I'm sorry. I should have told you. Put this in there, then it should be okay. But yeah, I'm like, I want my daughters to know that they don't have to show their bodies to be attractive. Like, you're beautiful already. You don't have to do that. And I'm teaching my sons the same thing. Like, if you kind of walking around a little bit sagging in the house, we might say something about in the house. But you for dag sure are not stepping out the door, not even in the yard, sagging. We're not having that. And if my son was trying to walk around and look like anybody's pimp, this black man right here, all I can say is I'll pray for you, child. I'll pray for you, because this man ain't having it. I'm dag sure not having it. But this man is crazy. So it would just be an all bad thing. And I'm just wondering, are parents just giving up on teaching their children how to dress? Is that what it is? Are we just like, oh, well, society wins. We just gonna take an L on it. You could walk around and look like a slut. I mean, you could walk around and look like, you're gay, available, sagging with your butt showing. And then I saw this guy, he was wrestling in the ground, but he started off wrestling with his pants sagging already. So by the time they get through wrestling, all butt, just big old butt all out. And I'm just sitting here like, who wants to see that? Like, I don't know if we need to go through a deprogramming. Hi, Tammy. Hey, everybody. I'm sorry. Let me see. And I'm sorry if it be shaking. Let me see if I can tighten it up. I noticed on my video earlier that it was shaking. But I'm just like, we have to set the tone for what is acceptable and what's not acceptable. We cannot allow our young men and women to just go out here looking any old kind of way, because you know what? When we want a seat at the table, they're not going to give us one, because the way they judge us. If we don't look the part, because we don't have our own tables just yet. We're working on them, but we don't have them just yet. If we look like boo-boo the fool, then that's how they're going to treat us. And I'm not saying that we have to be fake and conform to other people's looks. We can keep our own culture, but just be professional about it. Be presentable. If you are going to a meeting to try to get a job, don't go in t-shirts and a pair of jeans and some tennis shoes. Like, my husband says if you're going for like a warehouse job, then that might be appropriate. But for me, I don't even think that that's presentable for that. And yes, I'm a black woman and I love my colors, but I'm not going to go being rainbow bright trying to say hire me, because they're going to be so focused on all of the many loud colors that I have on that they're not going to be looking at my resume or listening to what I say as eloquently as I may be speaking at that moment. It's going to be overshadowed, and I'm just like, we have to, in my opinion, because I can't tell anybody to do anything, but in my opinion, we have to have some dignity in the representation of our people. Whenever we walk out of the house, We don't just represent ourselves. We don't just represent our family. Because if you are a person of color, the first thing they're going to see is your skin color. And then they're going to judge you on how you look and how you act. And not just you, but your people. And it may not be fair, but it is what it is. And I teach my children that when you step out that door, you represent us, your parents. So if you out there acting like you don't have any home training, they're going to be saying, Alana did not do a good job. Earl did not do a good job. And that's not true. And yes, of course, everybody has free will. So when they're out of our sight, they're going to do them regardless. But at least I know that I have given them the guidelines and the boundaries of what is and what is not acceptable. And I'm just wondering how many parents are doing that, because I sit and I watch parents inside Walmart. Because, yes, we do get close from Walmart sometimes. I'm not even going to front. Yes, we do. I shop at Ashley Store for the most part. But, yes, we do have good sales. And sometimes they have good clothes. And so I'm looking at this mother with her, like, between 7 to 9-year-old daughter buying coochie cutters. What? Hi, Container Crops. Why would you be buying some shorts for your daughter that could give her a yeast infection? Like, what the heck? I would never allow my daughter to wear that. When my daughters were in dance, I fought with the instructors on the clothing, because I don't feel that. Let me say this. There's a misconception, in my opinion, that's out there that if you are entertaining, if you are in a sport, it's okay to look like a hoe. And I just disagree. I do not feel that just because you are ice skating that your whole butt cheek has to be out when you're looking back and you're skating and your butt is out. No, you could still cover your butt. I don't think that girls that are cheerleading should be like, it's right here. Like, no, cover yourself up. You can still look cute. You can still hit I was a cheerleader at 250 pounds, so they can't tell me nothing. I know you can still do it and look beautiful. And then it's not focused on what your body shape is like. It's how good you can execute whatever you're trying to execute. If you want him to be sitting here looking at you do a soup flex or whatever it's called, don't have him focusing on your butt, or I'm just saying, and guys, same thing, because, they be in dance, those tights show everything, and we don't need to see it. Little kids don't need to be at a dance recital watching a Nutcracker and seeing a guy's front parts. Like, no. Put that up somewhere. Tuck it. Something, I don't know. But we it's like a desensitizing of everything that is good is wrong. And everything that's wrong is good. And if there's someone who stands up and says, hey, stop. That's not cool. Then they get the gas face. Like, they're the wrong ones. And I'm like, what the heck? When did this happen? Like, I was talking to my daughter, and my daughter got upset with my other daughter because she wanted these boy boxers, PCs, or whatever they're called. I don't know. But I guess they make these boy boxers that are for guys and for girls. So my daughter was telling my other daughter, I'll buy you the girl version, but I won't buy you the boy version. And she was like, but those are longer. And I like those. And she was like, hi, Precious. I got Precious TLC, your girl Lala, my bro African, Container Cross Tammy, Renaissance Grandma. Everybody is in the house. Hey. But hi, Love Notes. But I'm just like, she got upset because my daughter was like, I'll buy you the girl underwear, but I won't buy you the boy underwear. And then my little daughter was like, why can't she wear what she wants to wear? And I was like, because it's something called integrity. She does not need to wear the boys' underwear with the little slit for him to go use the restroom. No, if she wants to wear that type, she can wear that type, but let it be the girl version because she's a girl. And I feel like society is pumping out the narrative, do what you want, and all that Aleister Crowley stuff or whatever is not going down in my house. It's just not. I feel that if it's something that you can control, then you control it. You can definitely at all times monitor how you look. When you leave the house, you can monitor what you will and will not look like. You can monitor if your pants are gonna. No, I want you to throw it out. Like Tyler Perry said, pants on the ground, pants to the ground, looking like a fool with your pants to the ground. I mean, and it's the truth. I feel like when Georgia made that rule that if you, or the law, like you get fined if you sagging. I thought that was so appropriate because I'm gonna be honest. I got 4 daughters, 2 sons. My daughter will not, and I don't care. Diamond is, well, she got a Zor. They've been together forever, but still, Diamond would not be able to date a guy whose pants were sagging. Can you put that either in the trash or on the door? It's good down there. So I'm just like, she wouldn't be able to date nobody that's sagging. He couldn't come to the house. He couldn't pick her up. I might block him from her phone. They used to find pants in some parts of Georgia. I believe it was Atlanta. Atlanta came out with a thing like maybe 5 years ago that if they got caught, was it Florida?
Florida.
Oh, he said, okay, I'm sorry. Earl said it was Florida. But I mean, I feel like that should be everywhere. But, they can't even they don't even monitor ditching anymore like that. But, hi. So I'm just like, we need to really just pay attention. It's right here. I made that one for you and I stopped. Pay attention to what's going on because, when my grandmother was, and I mean, yeah, she was born in 1921, but still, she looked sharp. When she came out the house, going to work or whatever. Now, mind you, my grandmother was in the Army. She graduated from Wayne State University, Detroit, Michigan. She was about her business, right? Her hair was fly. Her nails always done, toes done. Her hat had to match her outfit. Her purse, I mean, she looked together. All that makeup. And I'm not hating on those who wear a lot of makeup. I mean, y'all do y'all. But now it's like we want to spend so much money on the labels of people who don't really care about us, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, y'all remember when Puffy was doing, what was it? I know he did the alcohol. Busta did Pastor Cavassier, and he did another one, and they were upset that they were using their alcohol in their videos and making songs about it and everything. I feel like make your own alcohol, promote it that way, keep the money for yourself. But hey, if you like Cavassier or whatever, you want to make a song about it, go ahead. But just know you're not getting any residual income. They're not paying you for it. I don't know. Hey, Sister Some Soil 55, how are you? I'm just over here ranting on some stuff that I saw and I just got irritated. It's really nothing about nothing, but I'm just feeling that we need to take hold of our children. And if they're not our biological, but they're in our lives, we need to start pouring into them. But see, the problem is, let me tell you what the problem is. The problem is when they see these 50, 60, and 70-year-old men out here sagging. Like, yeah, disgusting. At what point do you say, well, you know, I'm 60 years old. I got a gray beard, gray hair. Let me pull my britches up. Like, come on, man. And woman, you're in your 70s. You don't need to sit here and wear a butterfly bra from Ashley Stewart that just sucks it all up. Come on now. Then when you take it off, it goes to the ground. Well, come on. Like, come on. We need to teach our children to have self-respect. Because if they're looking to the internet for what they're supposed to look like, that's why we have so many people getting these BBLs. You getting all these people getting cement and stuff sucked out of their bodies because they want to look like what society says they should look like instead of adoring their own personal bodies for what it is. Because let me tell you something. I may not like that I am the size that I am, but I love every bit of me. And I've always said the only thing that I would ever alter on my body, and I'm just going to be real, is I would get my breasts lifted. I would not get anything put in them, but I breastfed for 10 years. I had one daughter, I breastfed her for 23 months while I was 7 months pregnant with another child. So I would get them lifted. I would never get anything altered to my body because I love it for what it is. But a lot of people don't feel that way. Yeah, I'm confident in my own skin. I got feminine hair. I'm still not wearing a weave because I've learned to love me. I'm perfect how God made me. I'm perfect for myself. If nobody else doesn't care about it, oh well. This man is cool with it. It's 27 years. He's still cool with it. Why am I worried about what other people think? But even if he wasn't cool with it, if he didn't exist, I'm rocking me for me. But I'm always going to do my best to look presentable. I might, you could do your hair a little bit better. You always got a ponytail, some kind of a ponytail. Yeah, I do because it's thin up here. And so when I brush it back, it look all right. But I'm just saying, we have to teach our young children not to be looking to these fake people on TV, but to be happy of the skin that you're in, adore the skin that you're in, and go after being the best version of you. Because if we teach our children to have these stigmas on them about looking like everybody else on TV, that's why you get these dancers that starve themselves. You get these actors and actresses bleaching their skin and all of that stuff. What for? And again, my opinion, God puts us in the skin that he wants us to have. He gives us the complexion he wants us to have. And so if we take it upon ourselves to alter it by bleaching it, that's kind of like telling God he didn't know what he was doing or he was wrong. And you're going to risk contracting cancer, skin cancer, to look the part? Like, what? What is wrong with us? We don't have to do that. We come in like 32 different shades for a reason, because each and every one of them are beautiful. No matter what complexion you are, whether you chocolate or you light bright, you're beautiful. Love the skin you're in. It's like we can never be satisfied. Those who are light want to be darker. Those who are darker want to be light. Those who are in the middle are confused. It's just like, love wherever you are. Your skin is beautiful no matter what. Your face is beautiful no matter what. You are beautiful. You are perfect. You don't have to alter yourself and get on nobody's butchering table to butcher you up, to make you look like something because society has told you that's what you're supposed to look like. Bull crap. Be you, be authentically you, save some money in your pocket, invest it for your retirement. How about that? If every person was to take the hundreds of thousands of dollars, whatever it costs, to get the BBL and all of that stuff, could you imagine if they took that money and put it up for their retirement and invested it, what their retirement could look like? Or heck, for that matter, what if they just donated it to a small country? They could eat like kings off of this money that these people are spending on these butt lifts and stuff. I'm just saying, we gotta teach folk to do better. We have to want better because we want a seat at the table. We want our own tables. But if we can't control ourselves, and if we can't present ourselves properly to look like we belong at the seat at the table, in the seat at the table, then what we doing? We're never going to be taken seriously. Over the course of the past 40 years, it was very difficult for a woman, no matter what her race was, but predominantly white women, to have a seat at the table. Then it was difficult, it was always difficult for black men, but women started having seats at the table. Black men started having seats at the table. Now black women have seats at the table and they're doing good. But if you come in and you're not ready to belong at the table, to make the money moves, to make the executive decisions, you don't put just you back. You put everybody that looks like you back. And that's the thing. Unfortunately, we have the weight of our people on our shoulders. And it shouldn't be that way, but it is. Because, whenever you see somebody do something wrong, a person of another color, see that they're all like that, or see how they are, and that whole they thing, that them thing, or when we see somebody do something horrible and you're like, what color were they? Oh, they're, this make us look so bad. We get disgusted by it. But we have to be disgusted before something bad happens. We have to be disgusted when we see them not doing what they need to be doing. Everybody doesn't have to go to college, but everybody should be working towards a trade to better themselves. I have 6 kids. I have one in college right now. One's trying to work her own business and one trying to figure life out of my 3 adult children. Everybody has a course that they have to go through or go on. You got to navigate through it. And you have to find yourself at different points in life. But it has to be somebody in your corner saying, hey, what about this? Think about that. How about this? Try this. Don't try that. And a lot of people are just walking aimlessly without a guide, without anybody trying to help them navigate through life. So I guess my request would be that any and every young person in your life, pour yourself into them. Help them to see that they have a purpose, that they have a future, that they don't have to alter themselves to look like anybody else because they're great just like they are. They just are. And just work on manifesting whatever goals they have in life. Like my daughter, Mecca, she's working on her clothing line, but she also wants to do like embroidery. She wants to do the rugs and everything. I got her back. Whatever she wants to do, we're going to back her, and that's for all of them, but not just our kids, our nieces, our nephews, our extended children, everybody, because we want everybody to win. And we have some extended children that might sag, but they know when they come to our house, they don't do that. Have some god sisters that can be a little bit wild. They're twins. So if you're watching this, sisters, you know I'm talking about you. But they know when they come to sister's house, they got to tone it. You can't come to my house and smoke a blunt. Can't come to my house getting drunk and all of that stuff. You cannot do that. And they respect me enough to not even try. You know, not that I'm sitting here being the police of them, but they just know how we get down and they respect us. We've built that rapport with them. And so I'm just saying, come on, elders of our tribes, let's be elders. Let's give them our wisdom. I was away from home for 2.5 hours this weekend when I would even hit the Gardner chicken side eye from Tony. You getting the side eye? Was that Precious? Oh, Lydia, you getting the side eye? Oh my goodness, that's funny. Hey, okay, so I'm over my little rant. If y'all who just got here, the rant is sorry. The rant is because I'm tired of seeing our people look like clowns and want to be taken seriously. So the person that you saw in that purple suit, that's a real person that I took a picture of on that bike, on that pimp bike on a Sunday. And I'm just like, we as people gotta want more, we gotta do more. We gotta do more. I just think that we just gotta work in our small communities, whatever our community is, of our kids, our grandkids, nieces, nephews, the kids down the street. You know, when I was a child, if somebody on my block saw me doing something wrong, it wasn't about calling my mama. They would check me themselves. I had a bad life, right? They would check me themselves. If I was, say I was cussing, because I used to have a really bad potty mouth, they would be like, excuse you. I bet not ever hear you say that again. And I'd be like, yes, ma'am. You know, now you try that. Who are you? You ain't my mama. You know, and go get your mama then so we can have a conversation. Because I should not hear you cussing. The kids get on the bus. Oh my goodness. They're so just rude and just disgusting mouths. But I understand that a lot of that is learned at home. So, you know, that song that we heard on the afternoon special, you are what you eat, from your head down to your feet. You are what you see, you are what you hear, because it manifests itself out of your mouth. So I think that we just got to pay attention, and we just got to start taking back our youth. Because if we don't, what is society going to look like in another 30 years? If this is what our kids are doing now, if they're unruly now, then there's going to be another generation of children that are going to be born from the unruly kids. Now, my generation, 70s babies, 80s babies, unfortunately, and when I say this, those of you who cannot relate, don't be offended. But we are from the drug addict. We're from the crackhead era. A lot of our parents were on drugs when they had us. A lot of us were put in the system. A lot of us were raised by family members. A lot of us were raised in crack houses. A lot of us were raised seeing our parents get high. And a lot of us were raised with older grandparents who were so old that they couldn't really monitor what we did. So we got away with a lot of stuff. A lot of us were so poor that we made up our minds that we were going to give our children a much better life. And because of that, we think that giving them everything that's materialistic is the key. But in truth, they need to spend time with us. We need to be taking them fishing. We need to be taking them like Stacy. Stacy goes hunting. Taking them hunting. I mean, if you live in an area where you can. But everybody can almost pretty much go fishing somewhere, you know. But I mean, taking them to the beach, taking them to the movies, hanging out. If you want to give your kid a video game and let them play the video game all day, sit down with them and play it with them, because at least they're bonding with you on some level. What is he doing? Oh, okay. Y'all see how y'all probably couldn't see. Yeah, dude just came and was just like, he walked from this side of my car to that side, and then he just stood there, and I'm like, what we doing? But I'm just saying, pouring time. So many young women my age don't know how to cook, and I don't understand it. They just don't know how to cook. So they're so busy doing other things. But see, I mean, everybody is different. For me, I always cooked. I was in the kitchen learning how to cook, watching my grandma, watching my aunties, watching my uncle. And God blessed me with a husband who knows how to cook, clean, do laundry. He just didn't know how to do our daughter's hair. That was the thing. Just didn't know how to do hair. But he can cook, he can clean, he can do laundry. As a matter of fact, I'm not even allowed to iron my own clothes. If I try, he gets an attitude. Because that's his love language. He loves to do for me. And I'm going to sit here and let him, because if I don't, then it's a problem. So I pick and choose my battles. But he's shaking his head at me. But I just feel like the basics need to be done to teach this generation right now, because a lot of us, our parents weren't there. There was hey, Erica. There were so many people just, they were just lost. They couldn't be parents to their kids. And everything raised them. And then for the parents that were there, they were working a couple of jobs. Latchkey kid. I was a latchkey kid. I was an everything kid. And so it's like we had to figure things out for ourselves. And so in the quest of not wanting that for our children, we give them everything. We will spend all the money on the expensive clothes and the shoes, even if their grades don't deserve it, even if their attitude sucks. We don't want to put our hands on them because we're afraid of the government and all these things, and just need to talk to them. Sometimes your child just needs a couple of swats on the butt. I'm not saying beat them. Shut up. We're not color purple, okay? About some beat them. But I mean, sometimes, like, I can't remember, I was like 5 years old and I got hysterical talking to my grandmother, and she slapped me. She didn't slap me to punish me, but to get my attention and bring me back. Because I was, and she was like, and I was like once I caught my air, never happened again. But she wasn't harming me. She was helping me, because I could have had an aneurysm the way I was. But sometimes discipline might mean just a couple of little pops on the butt. Now, I'm not saying nobody go out and whoop your kids. I don't know what your laws are. Girl, okay, we did. Just oh, okay. Note to self. If I do this behavior grants that slap. Let me catch myself. But now it's like the children are so in their minds privileged and entitled because their parents are giving them everything. They don't understand the definition of earning. I can remember when we were kids, it was like every A got you $10, every B got you $5, and you didn't get nothing for a C. At least that's what it was like in my household. Now, oh, and and you got money for your chores, and you saved your money because you knew that was all, that was it. Your allowance was, you had to do your chores and everything, and if you didn't do them, you just didn't get no money. These kids nowadays, they come up with all the game. They think that they're really getting over on their parents, and I'm just sitting here like, do you not know who we are? Like, that's not working. Don't care about your attitude. Your feelings, I care this much about your feelings. Because let me tell you why. If I don't check you in your piss poor behavior right now, you're going to be sitting out there sacrificing yourself for materialistic things. I have a cousin that her mom used to give her everything materialistic. Her mom never spent time with her. Just gave her things, gave her money, gave her, whatever she wanted. She had all the cutest the Jordans, the everything, the Fila little tennis skirt set, all that stuff. She had horrible grades. She didn't graduate, but her mother bought her everything. When she got older and her mama cut her off, she went looking for guys to give her what she used to get because she's used to getting whatever she wants. But at what sacrifice do you do that now? See? Now you're sacrificing yourself. You might as well say prostituting yourself just for the little monetary things, because you were never taught that the only way you're going to get this money is if you get this chore done. So you learn to work. Your chores is your first job. Didn't learn that. She told me that she'll never have to get a job because P always dominates Y. I'm going to leave it just like that. Y'all take it for what y'all know what I'm saying. That's exactly how she worded it to me. Look, you're going to leave my sister-in-law alone. I know who you're talking about, Precious. Y'all, Precious and I have a common relative, a common family member. But I'm just saying, we got to take our families back. We have to set an example of what a man and a woman looks like. And we have to show society that we are worthy and that we're worthy of respect, that we are due our respect. But you can't sit here and say, respect me with your pants at your knees. You can't say respect me when your shorts are showing stuff that shouldn't be showing. I'm from this right here. I do not believe that a man has a right to touch a woman at any point unless she allows you to. With that being said, I feel that women should represent themselves in a way that you might be desirable because your curves are your curves, but they don't have to see the print of their coochie cutters. They don't have to see, just no. I don't understand where your butt cheek hanging out your shorts became acceptable. And then if somebody is like, baby, you need to, don't look over there, child, and you covering your kid's eyes, they're offended at you because you don't want your kid to see them. I remember me and my son, and I'm like, turn your head the other way. And Mama was like, psst. And I was like, yes, the JJ Cutters, right. Thank you. And I'm like, covering his face, like, don't look. And yes, I ain't gonna lie, my husband called me on it. I was messy. I was like, don't look over there. So she could feel some kind of shame, like, I shouldn't be. Look, you got my little 9-year-old son looking at you with everything all out, and you're not even on Figueroa. For those of you who don't know, in California, Figueroa is the whole stroll. You're not even on Fig, and I'm just like, you're just walking down the street. Nobody has shown that child, that woman, I love you. You need to love you. You are valuable. There is a purpose for your life. You don't have to look like this. There's more to you than just your physical appearance. And I think that because people are not pouring into the youth, they feel that nobody cares. A lot of times these young women are out there because their fathers did not validate them. Their fathers weren't in their lives. So they're out there looking for the attention that daddy was supposed to give them as a child, to train them to see what proper love and attention is supposed to come in from father. Then father guides and helps her to navigate for future husband to husband. But when that doesn't get there, that void is still there, and they're looking to fill that void. So if I got to walk around with a tight dress on and a thong so he can see the print of my butt so that I can get attention because I need to feel validated, that's what they'll do. But that's because nobody told them, you don't have to dress like that. You are still beautiful, beloved. It's okay. We got to start doing that, y'all. But I'm going to get off my little podium. Let y'all have y'all day. I'm about to go into this antique, they call it an antique mall. I'm going to go see what I can find in here. I may or may not do a video. I don't know. It depends on what I find. And then I'm going to go to this other feed store and then, get back to doing what I got to do. So she said, Erica said, I believe in whooping minds. Girl, see? Let me tell you something. You hear Earl saying beat them. We have 13, 15, 17, 20, 21, and 23. And they can all catch these hands, these elbows, these feet, these toes, and if need be, these teeth. How about that? And I wish they would raise a hand back.
Wait.
Now, see, people like him don't need to be hitting nobody because this fool over here talking about something. I'm waiting on it. Now, I mean, he wants to put hands on his kids. See,
they need it.
To discipline them, that's one thing. But I said I wish they would hit me back. He's sitting here with that, I'm waiting on it. He wants to see me be Tasmanian devil. I don't want to be that person with my kids. He wants what?
Think you soft, and they need to see it.
He keeps saying they think I'm soft. They gonna learn. But I don't want to ever treat my children like they are a person out on the street.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
Okay, very good. He said he didn't say that. He never said that. But yeah, I'm just saying, we cannot be intimidated by the government. There's always ways to do it, especially those of y'all that still live in the South. Now, when we lived in the South, it was a while ago, but they told us corporal punishment was allowed. And we used to whoop our kids and didn't feel nothing about it. And our son, little Earl, before we figured out what his behavioral issues were, he's mildly autistic, but we didn't understand it. He's high functioning autistic. But we didn't understand that they labeled him with ADHD and ODD, which he does have oppositional defiance disorder. But we were in Georgia, in rural St. Mary's, Georgia, where corporal punishment not only was allowed, but the principal could whoop the kid. He had a black teacher, Dr. Sapp, refused to whoop him. Miss Boone, she was white. She was the vice president. She had, man, you would think that the roles were reversed. She got on my son's case. He went there flipping over the table, knocking over the chairs, knocking the stuff off the desk and everything because he was having a temper tantrum. She grabbed him by himself. He made himself none. She drug him all the way to her office and told him, I dare you to move until your mama gets there. He tried. She sat his butt back down and said, I dare you to move. She got on her knees and looked him eyeball to eyeball and said, I'm not the one. I said, I love you. Can we duplicate you? Can one of you come home with me? Like, no, I got it at home. But, I had to go take him out of school, take him across the street to the church parking lot, whoop his butt, and take him back to school. He got tired of that. I'm not playing with you. I will beat your butt every time. And guess what? Each time it gets worse. Because it starts off with you get your age. But if we have to revisit this situation, you get your age plus 1. And if we keep it, just goes up. So if you're 5 years old, you get 5 licks. If you act a fool and we get to 15 licks, sucks to be you. But I prefer for me to discipline you than for the police or the streets to discipline you. So thus far, we don't have any grandkids. We don't have any drug addicts. Nobody's been in jail. We don't have any of those problems. And I'm not to say that it's that we are some awesome, phenomenal parents, but we've spent the time with our kids. We hang out with our kids. Y'all see, a lot of the times when I'm doing my videos, you see like a hood or something like that, they want to be with me. I hang out with my kids. My kids, my husband, my family, that's my life. My auntie, crazy old uncle, that's my life. And I'm not the parent. I told y'all before, I'm not the parent. As soon as you get 18, get out my house. That's not me. I am the parent. It's going to be over eventually. I want to savor every moment I can until you leave. And when you leave, I want it to be on good terms. And I want it to be because you are mentally and financially ready to go. He's shaking his head now. Realistic. He says it's not realistic. Why isn't it realistic?
You want to get one of those, not to get both.
I beg to differ. They're going to be fighting. Well, okay. Some of our kids, like Diamond.
Oh.
Diamond that's a mama's girl. She is a mama's girl. She is a mama's girl.
Daughter might help.
Leave my baby alone. But she just... She that's our preemie.
Need help.
That's our baby though. But yeah. I'm about to go anyway, sis. Thanks for tuning in to Callie's Homesteading with Pooh Bear. I'm your girl Pooh Bear. It was good talking to y'all. I just need to... Am I crazy? Or are these people crazy? Because yeah, that was just disturbing. And then being 400 pounds and your whole butt out and everything. And you got on some pink shorts. Making pink look ugly. I can't stand it. But whatever. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all. Yes, people are crazy. Absolutely they are. Yes, they are. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all go check out African Dreamer's video. That food look good. The environment looks awesome. Maybe we need to get our passports to go visit him in Tanzania. Y'all let me know because I'm always down for a road trip. All right. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.